Hello, everybody, and welcome to Worldwide Warfare. UCW's portion of the show is now starting, and as with every great event, we have a great commentary team. My name is Sunny Sapphire, and I'm here with my broadcast partner, Ed. And Ed, how does it feel for you to be on such a big pay-per-view?
Well, this is probably the biggest thing in EFET history. We got so many different kind of brands or developments, businesses that are here all together for this massive special event.
Yeah, that's true, Ed. And with UCW are 7 other promotions: ECWP, Worldwide Wrestling, APW, IWA, VCW, LIT, and XCW, all coming together to create a great show. And let's go to our ring announcer
And
live.
it's for the X Division Championship. Introducing first, from the Netherlands, he is your X Division Champion, the Golden Beast, Daclus!
And there he is, the X Division champion. And we are starting off our portion of the show with a big triple threat match for the X Division championship, with Daclus defending. What do you think about his chances, Ed?
Well, he is the Golden Beast, although he's not wearing gold today. I'm kind of surprised about his decision, but he kind of is getting annoyed that everyone just appreciate him as the Golden Beast. He wants to get serious, back to the beast he once was, the Beast from the East, and I think he can win this, for sure.
I think the odds are stacked against him. Of course, in every kind of triple threat match, the champion does not have to be pinned. That's one major stipulation that is under a triple threat match. But let's go to his opponent, the first opponent.
And his opponent, from the Netherlands, the highlights, Azrael Victor!
There he is, the first of the two opponents of Daclus, Azrael Victor. Daclus already defeated Azrael at Hardcore Revolution, UCW's last big pay-per-view. What do you think about the fact that Azrael's got another chance?
Well, this kid really wants to get the championship, but the problem is he just can't seem to win the big one. He keeps losing when it really matters. I think he lost every singles match he ever had, and that's worrying for such a promising star.
Yeah, that's true. For somebody that's also picked very high on the Power Struggle list, it only makes the pressure that you have on yourself even bigger.
It really does. So I'm excited. I really want him to win, want him to be victorious, but I'm not so sure that's gonna happen.
Well, as the chances are small for the champion to retain, also the chances for the challengers to win it. And let's go to the second and the third guy in this match.
And their opponents, from Gola, Ohio, the harbinger of chaos, Lease!
There he is, the third guy in this match, Lance Lease. He wants to bring chaos to this match. What do you think about the adding of Lance to this match, Ed? What's he gonna bring?
Well, once he was the leader of chaos, but now he got drafted to Power Struggle, so I'm not quite sure if he's still even the leader, if he's still even in chaos. He still gets announced as the Hardbringer of Chaos because he likes to see himself that way. But I'm not so sure where his status is. It's up in the air.
Yeah, that's very true. I don't know if he's part of Chaos, if he's alone. But nevertheless, this guy brings an attitude, brings a lot of chaos to a match. And that's just what he wants. He wants to make it chaotic. And that's just what's gonna happen in this triple threat match. And let's Let's find out if Daclus can retain his championship yet again, or that the numbers game will be too much for him. Alright, and here we go. Match has officially started. Daclus immediately going for a big gun wrench suplex, while Azrael was still, well, stretching. Why was he stretching? The match has already started. Why are you still stretching? And this is very weird to me.
I don't know. Azrael always does weird stuff. I mean, he's straight edge. Maybe that's part of the straight edge lifestyle to stretch before a match, even though the match already started.
Maybe, but as for right now, the champion is very much dominating this entire match. Oh, and now a clothesline ducked by Azrael, but again, oh, a dropkick interference by Lance. Now going for a Northern Light suplex, very nicely done. And this triple threat match already very much underway. And Azrael sent to the outside. Now it's just a singles match. Do you think that the chances for Lance to pick up a win is better in singles competition?
Well, of course it is, because you always need to look out for the third opponent, because he can just knock you out when you least expect it. It's chaos as he likes, but it's maybe not the chaos he needs.
That's true. Azrael back in with a big neck breaker. And now a back breaker on Daclus. And just like a snap of the fingers, the momentum has shifted to the straight edge superstar.
It really is. I think he wanted a tag move there with Lance, but Lance didn't want anything of it.
No, Lance only wants to work with those who he deems worthy of his chaotic mind, of his chaotic help. And now big fireman's carry. Azrael again stretching. Why is he stretching? Neckbreaker by Daclus. Azrael didn't do this in his match at Hardcore Revolution. Maybe this is some kind of new strategy?
Well, we know he does his dedication training with JSR, and maybe this is part of the new training scheme.
That's true, but Daclus going for the first cover of the match didn't even get a 1 count. So that's impressive of its own. After hitting such a big inverted suplex, being able to kick out before the count has even started. And now a submission which Lance tries to break up, but was unsuccessful. Daclus very smart, letting go, focusing on Lance with a big T-bone suplex. Very nicely done. And what do you think about the champion's strategy for now?
Well, he's just showing his brute strength, just like you see there where Lance just flies over the top rope. It's unbelievable the strength that the Daclus possesses. And that's going to have a big factor in this match.
That's true. Daclus is really showing off why he's called the Beast from overseas. But now Lance and Azrael are alone in the ring. Neckbreaker by Azrael. Daclus goes back in but receives a big European uppercut by Azrael, who is now again in control. Neither of these men have been able to get the control or the momentum in their corner 100% for a long amount of time. This is just why a triple threat match is so chaotic. This should be in the mindset of Lance.
It should, but he's not really showing it. At least until this point, he's not really showing it. It's more Azrael and Daclus who are really having the momentum.
So, do you think that the fact that Daclus has become more ruthless has anything to do with the Dutch Death Squad's orders or their actions at Hardcore Revolution?
Well, those actions are despicable. I can still just see them inside my mind. Our then champion got completely beaten down to a bloody pulp.
Cover by Lance, 1 and a kick out. Yes.
To a bloody pulp, just everyone just came in, all his friends, his families, his brothers, as he likes to say. They completely beat him down. And that wasn't the end. No, of course not. Nice breakup by Daclus. Of course that wasn't the end. No. Alex Mercury cast in his newly won briefcase to become your new champion.
That's true. We saw just another pop-up Samoan drop performed by Lance, who does not go for the cover because he thinks Azrael is too good on his feet as will be able to break it up, which is very smart by Lance. now dominating both of them. And it's just like you said, Ed. Just like you said, it was a despicable act. I was really disgusted by the actions of the Dutch Death Squad against one of their now former brothers, while we see a Snake Eyes performed and now a neck breaker by Lance, while Azrael is cheering on with the fans. His strategy this match hasn't been one of the most regular things I've ever seen, and now covered by Lance, one count, and Azrael kicks out. So who do you think has shown the most aggression in this match so far?
Well, Daclus, like it's pretty easy. It's Daclus. He left all his fun and games with the Golden Beast Appreciation Day, and he became the Beast once again. The Golden Beast still, because he holds gold.
That's true. Back by Azrael, and immediately broken up by Daclus before the count could even start. That's how much the extra. Oh wait, there's Azrael, the unprettier hit by Azrael. Will Azrael be able to become a first-time champion and his first, well, not singles match, but one of his biggest wins? Why isn't he covering Daclus? He's covering Lance. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lance. And for some reason, Ed, can you explain why this happens? Why is he covering the champion?
I'm at a loss for words, because that's just dumb. He had a chance there to become the X Division champion, and what does he do? He covers Lance, who's trying to get up.
Yeah,
doesn't make sense.
It's one of the weirdest things I've seen in a while, and now there goes Daclus hitting the Golden Beast bomb, variation of the Golden Beast bomb, another one, and a third power bomb by Daclus. I thought for a second he was going for his patented Golden Beast bomb, but it was one of his other signature maneuvers, which was also very nicely executed. And now a monkey flip by Lance, throwing Daclus onto Azrael. Daclus rolls out, going for the cover by Lance. 1, 2, and a kick out by Azrael at 2.5. Very nicely performed by Lance, making sure that Daclus was unable to break up that pinfall.
Yeah, we see what Azrael always shows, and that's a lot of resiliency. But his game plan is just weird in this match.
Yeah, I agree. We saw Azrael versus Daclus at Hardcore Revolution. Shoulder block, now the cover 1, 2, and Lance kicks out. We saw them perform against one another for the X Division Championship at Hardcore Revolution. You really should check that out if you haven't. And now Daclus going for another powerbomb, but it was reversed by Azrael. And now Azrael going for his second unprettier. A second unprettier hit on Daclus by Azrael. And when Azrael this time covered Daclus, it seems like he wants to, but he notices... Oh, big Northern Light suplex with a bridge, and again cover on Lance, and a 2 count, and Lance kicks out. Again, unprettier hit, and again he doesn't cover the champion. What is wrong with Azrael?
I have absolutely no idea what's wrong with Azrael. I don't know what the dedication training did like this month, I guess, because it's a monthly training scheme, as I heard from Yazar in one of his interviews. So I don't know what this new plan is, because we all know Yazar isn't so successful with his current plan, so maybe it's just a new plan.
Maybe so, but for now it's not working to the benefit of Azrael. So what I was trying to say before all those exciting things happened, I was trying to say that Azrael made a big mistake in their match. Instead of going for a weapon, he decided to leave it, and again was hit with the Golden Beast bomb, and Daclus was able to put him away. And now again he's making some feudal mistakes while he sent across the ring. Daclus fighting out of the grip, and now going for a big German on Lance. Very nicely executed. And now,
well, it wasn't even the worst part that Azrael went for the weapon. The problem is he picked it back up and put it down again.
Godwin suplex and a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lance right before Azrael could break it up. Now Fireman's Carry takeover by Daclus, who is again dominating this match. Right now, let's see what the competitors were going for. And now Daclus is stomping away at Azrael, just showing his disgust that he has towards him. Now covered by Azrael. And immediately broken up by Lance, who is way too healthy to be presumed an outsider. And now Daclus rolls to the outside and a spear. And now all three competitors are on the outside. Excuse my hiccup right there. So who do you think right now showing their performance? Has anything changed in your opinion about them, Matt?
No, I still think just the Golden Beast is doing the best. I mean, Azrael is doing really good, but he's not taking advantage of anything he does. And if he continues that way, he's not going to win. It's that simple.
That's true. Now Lance, sitting on the top row for quite a while now, decides to do nothing with it. Probably was just catching his breath, which is a weird way to do it. But then again, he is chaotic, so we don't know why he does things. Now a big short DDT to Azrael, while Daclus is appreciating his own Golden Beast-ness. Russian leg sweep by Lance, going for the cover. Immediately broken up by Azrael, who was just waiting to break it up. Now Azrael, reversed by Lance, neckbreaker, very nice. Now Lance going for another cover and immediately broken up by Daclus. These three are not letting each other do one significant pinfall at.
Because they need to focus on one opponent and after that focus on each other. Just kick one completely out like now. You see Lance going into outside, now you have the time.
That's true. Big inverted suplex by the Golden Beast. Now he's alone with his biggest nemesis, Azrael, going for the cover by 1. And a kick out at 2. Very nice by Azrael, who still proves that he can run with Daclus, even though he's been defeated by him multiple times.
He doesn't give up.
No.
He just doesn't give up. He
No.
tries and tries and gets back up again.
That's true. Now big double axe handle from the middle rope. Azrael seizing control of this matchup while Lance slides back in. Does Azrael see him coming? Ooh, a big flatliner by Lance, who's now starting to take out control while Daclus isn't up yet. Oh, very good for a nice measure, stomping down the champion. This is good strategy, Ed. This is what they should be doing. And now going for submission but letting go really easily. Very nicely done. Now going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Very nice. So this match has been going on for a big 13 minutes, and it doesn't show any signs of stopping down yet.
No, and another nice monkey flip and another leg drop on his opponent. Like Lance plans this out. It looks like it. Second time.
Going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by the champion. And Lance has shown some coordinated moves here, which is really, really, really impressive. And now the Golden Beast, very nice power move there. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lance at 2.5. And it seems like how longer this match goes, Daclus seems to be closing in on a championship victory and retaining his belt. So, what do you think of the concept of worldwide warfare, Ed?
Well, I love this concept because so many productions are just working together to make something for all the fans around the globe, and it's just beautiful that we can have such a partnership. And yeah, I'll have to say thanks to whole of Worldwide Warfare. Thanks for having us. Thanks for having UCW.
There he goes, big double underhook face buster, hit by Lance, and it seems like the Golden Beast's golden blood is dripping out of his forehead, while there was a neckbreaker on Azrael, and Azrael kicks out before the count has even started. So what do you think about the champion being bloodied up here?
Well, it's not the first time we've seen Daclus bleed, so it usually just makes him more aggressive, and it's a problem for his opponents.
That's true. Big spine buster hit by Azrael. Lance fighting back, staggering one of the challengers. Now again a monkey flip, but this time no Daclus to fall on for Azrael, so he gets the full force of that monkey flip. Big STO by Daclus, who comes in and, as you said, becomes even more dangerous. but inverted DDT by Azrael, shutting him right down. Now Azrael dragging Daclus to the middle of the ring, going for a snapmare takeover. Very nice. So you see a lot of power moves, but also a lot of finesse by some of the catch-as-catch-can wrestling styles that these three guys have implied in this match, which I think is a very nice mix.
So we were talking a lot about the game plan of Victor, and we know that Lance is chaotic, but I don't know what he just did, because Victor was standing right in front of him, and he started dancing.
Yeah, maybe he wants to taunt Azrael, but Azrael with a backbreak immediately broken up by Lance. So now Azrael seems to be thinking what he needs to do, maybe channeling his inner dedication training. What do you think, Ed?
Well, I've said this before, I don't like dedication training. I think it's a farce, it's fake. I mean, they tried to get me on dedication training, and I said no, hell, because just send Sander there, like Sander needs it.
That's true. Headbutt by Daclus, Azrael rolling out of the ring. In the meantime, inverted DDT by Lance, and these guys keep reversing each other's moves. Nobody gets the upper hand, and it's been a great triple threat match for Worldwide Warfare to open the action for UCW. They've been a great representative while he stomps down on the knees, goes for a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by the champion. What do you think of this match so far? Has it lived up to your expectations?
Well, it lifts up and even more, because this is complete chaos. It's exciting. A lot of stuff is happening. Alright, there's some weird stuff going on. But Lance has been the most planned out, I guess, because with his monkey flips...
He's been really, really aggressive with
onto his opponents.
flips.
I don't know how he does it. He loves his monkey flips.
He really does love his monkey flips. Maybe he believes in, like, afterlife, and he's been a monkey before this, and maybe that's why.
Sonny.
Short DDT, going for the cover. 1, 2, and we're just gonna pretend that Sonny never said such horrible things about Lance, because Lance knows where Sonny lives, and Sonny wants to commentate another day. Big back elbows by Azrael Victor to the champion, and now he's not paying attention, and Lance with a big pop-up Samoan drop on Azrael, and that's what happens when you don't pay attention to both your opponents. And now Daclus still groggy. Daclus going for another big power move, dropping his opponent right on the top rope, and that seems really vicious. And now a big flying forearm by Azrael. And Ed, what do you think about Azrael versus Daclus going at it one-on-one now with a submission by Azrael? We haven't seen him do this before.
Well, I don't know if submission is the best game plan for him, because Daclus is a big guy.
That's true.
You won't submit a big guy that easily, especially when you're not trained in submissions. Or at least we've never seen him do submissions.
That's true, and now Daclus fighting back with some vicious uppercuts and some shots to the midsection, going for the Irish whip into the corner. Well, I think in a triple threat match you should never go for a submission, because a submission takes a lot of significant time to put on, to put your weight in it, and now Lance is attacking Daclus and hits the pop-up Samoan drop on him. And Azrael doesn't seem to know where he is, doesn't seem to be in any position to break up this submission that Lance is performing on Daclus.
Azrael is out of it. I don't know if... Oh, wait, he's getting... No.
There he is, there he is. Big overhead belly to belly by Daclus, while Azrael seems to be taking his sweet time. A little bit too much, I think, because he's being picked up on the shoulders by Daclus, and some snake eyes being dropped on the top turnbuckle by the champion. And the champion is in control, stomping a mud hole on one of his challengers.
Once again, don't get what Azrael is doing in this match.
No, his strategy seems to be way off, while Daclus is showing off his power, going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lance. So this match has been going on for 20 plus minutes, Ed.
This is a great match. Like, just continue on, guys. Like, we love it here. We just sit here on the commentary table enjoying this amazing match.
I'm enjoying the hell out of this match while Azrael performs a drop toe hold, goes for the cover on Lance while Daclus is outside of the ring, and a 2 count and Lance kicks out. Azrael really close to becoming the new champion, now going for a submission while Lance immediately fights out of it. Probably don't want to expose himself to that much pain. Fireman's carry takeover by Azrael, and they seem to be going back and forth right now. And a big Russian leg sweep while Daclus is still recuperating outside of the ring. His championship is in the most danger it's been in this entire match.
Now, again, the questionable stuff by Azrael. He went for a submission, let him go, and I don't know why, and then went for a pin. It's questionable strategy by Azrael Victor.
That's true. Now knee to the midsection. Azrael and Daclus. Daclus going for it. Big release German suplex hit by the champion. And another one, and this time on Lance. Daclus is really closing in on a victory now if he can just keep it up.
Welcome to the Golden Suplex City, everyone.
Golden Suplex City going for a cover now. 1, 2. And a kick out by Lance. Still going strong today.
I don't know how they are keeping this up, because this match, as you said, is 20 minutes.
Facebuster and a 2 count for Lance. Azrael climbing back onto the apron. Doesn't show any signs of going in that ring. Now he goes in. Doesn't show any signs of helping or stopping or whatever. He is minding his own business, and that's very uncharacteristic from him.
It really is. And even right there, he wanted to go for a tag team move, I think, but he decided not to do it for some reason.
He's chilling out in the corner while Lance is going for a top rope Frankensteiner, almost hitting Azrael. Now going for DDT, but reversing to a North-Lining suplex in a bridge, and a 2 count by Lance, or by Azrael on Lance. I'm sorry, guys. The match is so good that I'm having trouble announcing everything. I'm sorry. I meant commentary, not announcing. I can't do announcing. I tried it at Hardcore Revolution. You know that ad. And there was actually some people starting petitions that I should never ever try announcing ever again.
Yeah, you should never try announcing ever again. We let that to our fabulous ring announcer, Dylan Schreuder.
That's true. Now big clothesline by Daclus. And now Daclus is pointing for it. He's going for it. There he goes. And up on the shoulders. And the Golden Beast bomb has just been hit by Daclus. And he is very smart. Overhead belly to belly on Azrael, so he can't break up the pinfall. Is he going to go for it? Azrael rolling out of the ring. And this is the best chance he's got. He goes for it. 1, 2. And 3, and Daclus has secured his X Division Championship here at. What do you think of the outcome of this match?
Well, I told you in the beginning that he's gonna retain, but this match went on so long, and a couple of times Azrael got really close. Even Lance got really close to winning the X Division Championship. But in the end, the Golden Beast retains his Golden Championship.
That is true. That is very true. And now let's look at some highlights of this match while me and Ed recuperate from such an awesome match which almost took 30 minutes out of this broadcast.
And your winner, and still your X Division champion, Daclus.
There he is, announced by our beautiful ring announcer, with the blood still gushing over his face. Daclus retaining his championship here tonight at Worldwide Warfare. And now he needs a new challenger for Midsummer Mayhem, Ed.
Yeah, and I won't be surprised if Victor just wants to go at it again, but it's not going to happen because Victor is in power struggle and Daclus is on Outbreak, so I have no idea who's going to be this new challenger. There are a lot up-and-comers. I could see a lot of people go after it, but this match is nothing.
That's true, that's very true. We'll just have to wait how Jerome is going to handle this on Outbreak. Well, for now, guys, we're going to leave the X Division Championship of UCW behind us, and we're going to go to a big non-title match because the TV champion Hellbreaker is facing Big Money Sander. And from what I understand from Hardcore Revolution, Big Money Sander is one of your favorite competitors.
I'm already not looking forward to seeing Sander in that ring once again. I really hope it's not going to be 30 minutes again, because in 30 minutes, Iron Man match, I got pissed at hell about it. I was done with him. At the end, I was done with him in the first minute. I don't want to see Sander any longer.
Introducing first, from the Netherlands, he is the moneymaker, Big Money Sander!
Alright, there he is, Big Money Sander, wearing the hat that Ed so despises.
Can I just burn that hat right now?
You can't burn his hat
any longer. It doesn't even fit his hat, Sonny. It doesn't fit his hat. It looks stupid. He looks like an absolute moron. And I just want him gone from UCW. Any of you, like other brands, do you want to get Sander? I mean, I heard someone named Mercer is kind of like a Sander. Maybe they can face each other, because I don't want to see Sander anymore in UCW.
Yeah, well, that's your opinion, but Big Money Sander has been turning heads as of recently. He lost at Hardcore Revolution against the living legend Justin. That's happened, that's in the past. Now he's focusing on getting a big win against a champion right now. And let's go to the ring announcer for announcing his opponent.
And his opponent, from the eternal realm, the leader of the mist, and the TV champion!
And there he is, the TV champion. You can see the beautiful UCW Television Championship around his waist after a successful defense at Hardcore Revolution against the former champion AK-47 Giel, who, by the way, will be in action later tonight trying to redeem himself. Hellbreaker is now looking for another big non-title victory to cement his place and legacy as television champion. And what do you think about this matchup, Ed?
Well, I don't know why they give Sander the time to face someone as promising as Hellbreaker. I don't see the reason, but our GM has some questionable decisions lately, because he even wanted Sander back on his show.
That's true, because the brand split has happened on UCW. We have now two separate rosters, and Big Money Sander was drafted to Outbreak, but the very next day the first trade, if you want to call it that, happened, and for exchange of somebody who I don't remember right now, I'm very sorry, Big Money Sander was drafted to Power Struggle, so he could now face Hellbreaker in a one-on-one match. And there we go. Immediately Big Money Sander and Hellbreaker go for some classic technical wrestling, and that's what you gotta love about wrestling, that everybody can wrestle, but just some guys are better than others. But you have to be able to perform this technical side of wrestling. Don't you agree, Ed?
Now, Sonny, once again, you didn't do your job, you didn't do your research, because it was Baphomet that got traded to Outbreak for Sander. And I don't understand his reasoning from our general manager, Hunter D. I don't know what he sees in Sander. I just see a stupid man that can't even wrestle. He can't do anything. He has a stupid ass hat that just doesn't look right. And I just want him gone, as I said before.
Well, I think that's bogus. I think Sander belongs on Power Struggle. He belongs in UCW. And while he's dominating Hellbreaker as of right now with a Russian leg sweep on the outside and just now viciously ramming his head into the floor, utilizing the 10-second count he has to get Hellbreaker back into that ring. But we have seen Big Money Sander go for countouts before. Do you think that's the case again, Ed?
Of course, that's the only way he can win. He cannot pin someone. He cannot submit someone. He has to do the cowardly way and just let a count out.
Yeah, and we have.
It's not the way you win matches, Sander. It's not the way you win championships.
That's not the way he would win the championship if this was a title match, but now they are back in the ring, and Sander doing the same thing he did outside the ring, ramming his head viciously into the canvas. And Hellbreaker, after this match, might have a concussion, but he's still wary enough to reverse this into an inverted DDT. Very nicely done by the TV champion.
Well, the problem was right there that Sander had momentum, as you would call it, was because there was some mist in the eye of Hellbreaker, because he is the leader of the mist, but he had lost a little bit of control of the mist, so that's the reason.
Well, very nice for you to explain that to us, but now Big Money Sander reverses the move of Hellbreaker, hitting a back suplex and now a jawbreaker by Hellbreaker, which is really weird to say, so I'm not gonna say it anymore. And now a spinning kick to the side of the face of Big Money Sander, crawling to the ropes, but he can't escape the assault that Hellbreaker is bringing to him.
Hellbreaker, another a place called, I don't even remember what it's called, but I know he's the leader of the Mist, and the Mist is some evil, I would guess.
That's true. We just saw a big sit-out powerbomb performed by the champion in a 1 count before Sander kicks out. Still wary enough, and now the champion looking for something
I lost
big.
you, Sonny. I'm not sure.
And a big missile drop kick by Hellbreaker. And no, Ed, we haven't lost each other. There are no technical difficulties. I can still hear you perfectly fine. Can you still hear me?
I think I am back. I'm not so sure.
Sonny, Ed, can you hear me? Ed?
Yes, I can hear you. I think there was a connection issue between our announce tables. I don't know.
I don't know what the issue was, but we're going right back in with
Maybe
a pin by Hellbreaker.
Some mist in it.
That's true. Maybe the leader of the Mist has become a little foggy because Big Money Sander right now is dominating. And what do you think about Big Money Sander's performance thus far, Ed?
It's awful. It's absolutely awful. You can see he doesn't know what he's doing at any time. I mean, here, he should go after Hellbreaker, but what does he do? He just stands there like an idiot, thinking he's better than everyone and thinks he has money. I have more money in my wallet than he has in his whole bank account.
That's probably true, but I don't know. He calls himself Big Money. There is obviously a reason for that, but Big Money is bigly dominating right now with an inverted DDT to Hellbreaker. Now let's see who can win this. Big running knee, and we've seen Sander perform this running knee on Justin at Hardcore Revolution, and it's usually thrown him for a loop. But Hellbreaker able to reverse this into a ripcord shoulder tackle. Very nicely done. So what do you think would happen if Hellbreaker lost here, being a champion and all?
Well, I guess then my worst nightmare comes to life, and it means Sander gets an opportunity for the TV championship. And maybe Hellbreaker just thinks like, you know, it's just going to be a non-title match. I don't care.
Oh, and there he is. Hellbreaker hitting a tombstone pile driver. That is Big Money Sander's big move, the cash out, just hit by the champion on the challenger. And these are some elite level mind games. And now the super kick being missed by Hellbreaker. And Hellbreaker fighting out with some back elbows and now taunting, and that is not a smart thing to do because a low dropkick flattens the TV champion. What do you think about what just happened, Ed?
Well, it was I won't say beautiful back and forth. It was a good back and forth, especially by Hellbreaker, of course. Sander wasn't really that good. But I don't know why he wanted to taunt. I don't know why he wanted to do that. It's not a smart idea at this point in a match.
Nope, it really isn't. And a big top rope tornado DDT being hit by Big Money Sander, bloodying up the TV champion, who is now has some red mist, maybe.
Well, that's a really bad joke, Sonny. Like
And-
there is a reason. There is a reason why we say you should stop commentating.
Yeah, but that's because people just don't like the fact that I don't support everybody that they want me to support. I have my own opinion, and my opinion matters just as much as the next guy. But now Hellbreaker in control with a big running knee into the corner. And can he finish the job? Can he put away Big Money Sander here?
Of course he can. It's Sander.
Well, of course you would say that, but Sander hasn't been down for the 3 count yet. And now a big spinning side slam hit by Hellbreaker, who is really zoning in on a victory. But right now he hasn't been able to do so. Now going for a big double underhook release suplex. Very nicely done. And this must be to your pleasure, because Hellbreaker is now pinning him. 1, 2, and a kick out by Sander. Does it surprise you that Big Money Sander is still in this match, Ed? And don't go for the obviously yes. Be a little more supportive of Big Money Sander.
Well, I don't wear Sander merch like you do, and no, I am not. I don't think it's impressive at all. It's just like the leader of the Mist has some blood mist in his eyes, and that's it.
And a kick out at 2 by Hellbreaker, following that running knee hit by Big Money Sander. And I may have Big Money Sander's merchandise, but it was really cheap. And since I am a cheapskate, I really like cheap merchandise, okay?
You're the only one in the world that is wearing Big Money Sander t-shirt and even pajamas. You're the only one that bought his pajama set. Now available on UCW.
Oh my god, did you see that ad?
.com.
Big Money Sander just hit Hellbreaker's own finishing maneuver. 1, 2, and a kick out by Hellbreaker. And of course, hitting each other's finishers. The cash out was hit by Hellbreaker, and now Big Money Sander has hit Hellbreaker's own finishing maneuver. What do you think about these proceedings, Ed?
Well, you could see that Sander really didn't know how to do the move. He just tried something. It kind of looked like it, but it was nothing like the real deal that Hellbreaker does.
That's true. Of course, Hellbreaker is the only one who can perform his own finishing maneuver the best. That's why it's his finishing maneuver. When he hits it, it's 1, 2, 3. People are out for the 3 count, the 5 count, the 7 count, and the 10 out count. And the same thing works both ways, because if Big Money Sander hits that cash out, you're down for the 1, 2, and 3. Now working the leg, going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by the television champion. And for now, Big Money Sander has been relentless against the television champion.
I have nothing to say anymore about Sander and this dumb match that I again am watching, just like last time with Hardcore Revolution. I have to watch 30 goddamn minutes.
Well, we just surpassed 10 minutes, so maybe we'll go another 30 minutes, but a big inverted Hellbreaker hit a big inverted DDT. I'm sorry, my words got mashed up again, but that's just a human fault of my own. Hellbreaker going to the top, hitting a big double stomp from the top rope right to the midsection of Big Money Sander. How is he still able to breathe? And now again spinning side slam by Hellbreaker, who is now zoning in again on a victory, but he's showing fatigue as well, Ed.
Yeah, Hellbreaker doesn't have the longest matches as well. I mean, he defeated Giel to get the TV championship. And has been successful since then, but he really needs to step up his game as well. It's promising talent.
Falcon Arrow going for the dirty pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Big Money Sander. Even with that added leverage by Hellbreaker, Big Money Sander was still able to kick out. Very impressive. And I think you're not going to say anything because you hate the words impressive and Big Money Sander said in one sentence.
Because Sander is an impressive, Sonny. You need to stop it with the Sander love.
I'm not loving Sander, I'm just appreciating a good wrestler who just reversed a powerbomb situation into a big back body drop.
A good wrestler will get a ring and go on one knee and ask him to marry you, because that's probably what you want, because you love Sander so much. You want to sleep with him, probably, Sonny.
Listen, don't go and think about my sexual orientations with other wrestlers. That's not your job. Your job is to be a color commentator, while Big Money Sander hits a big combo of neck breakers on Hellbreaker. God, his name is really confusing with some moves. And a big running knee, Sander showing fatigue, but going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by the television champion Hellbreaker. And yes, Ed, if I want to, I will go into that ring when Sander wins and raise his arm in victory, just so I can see that disappointed look on your face.
It's not gonna happen, so keep dreaming. Keep dreaming, Sonny.
Well, the dream is not in this match. Well, he's going for it. There it is, the cash out. Cash out hit by Big Money Sander on Hellbreaker. Will this be it? 1, 2, and 3, and Big Money Sander has defeated the television champion. Woo! Go Sander! Go Sander! Come on, Ed, sing it with me. Go Sander! Ed. Oh, I'm so loving the fact that Sander won this, you know. I mean, I'm a big supporter of both these guys. They both look terrific in this matchup, but just Big Money Sander winning this match and giving you one hell of a bad time resonates with me and to my inner structure. Ed? Are you still with us, Ed?
Nothing happens. I'm not seeing anything. Sander is not there, standing tall as a champ. The world champion is not the champion. Thank God, because that would be the worst.
Oh, that would have been even better. I mean, I hate for Hellbreaker to lose it that quickly, but you know, for Sander to become a champion, it's something that's going to happen, and you know that.
Now, on to a real match. This is the Rainbros that I really love, because they're great. They're dancers, they're fun, they're energetic, against the Resistance, the Shadow Hunters. And that's a real match, and not the bullshit that I just watched. These guys went to war at Hardcore Revolution,
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell match.
That's true. With Tornado tag team rules inside Hell in a Cell in our last pay-per-view Hardcore Revolution, they stole the show, were voted match of the night. They really set the tag team division on fire, and after we saw a gruesome triple threat match and a big singles match, we are now going to a really anticipated rematch between. Now the roles are reversed, and what does that do to you when you were the champion and now you have to challenge again for the championships? At
Well, they really want it back, of course. The only thing they've been talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks is those championships, those tag team championships, because it was everything to them. It made them into stars, and now they lost it, and they really want to get it back. But the Rainbros are not letting it go without a fight.
That's very true. That's very true. The Rainbows have successfully climbed to the top of the mountain. They were enemies. Now they're a tag team, and now they're the tag team champions. There's nothing right now for them to accomplish but cement their place at the top of the tag team division in this big rematch, which is a normal tag team match, so the rules will be different this time.
And of course, it's the UCW tag team titles, not the PXW titles.
We are still in the middle of a transition from the name PXW to UCW, but let's go to our ring announcer, Dylan Schreuder, for the introductions.
This following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Tag Team Championship. Matrix and Matthias, the Resistance!
And there they are at the former UCW Tag Team Champions, the Resistance, and they look ready for this big rematch.
I don't know what is happening with our production team. It was the Resistance. I don't know what that is. It's a hiccup apparently. They have some problems in production. They probably are drinking, probably hating on Sander just as much as I am, and they're probably drinking their sorrows away.
Well, that's one thing you can think, but I hope that's not the case, because the Sander hate needs to stop. Let that go trending on Twitter, hashtag stop the hate on Sander, for all the Sander fans out there. But we need to focus on this match, because this match deserves our attention, while we go to the introduction of our new and reigning champions.
Hashtag Fire Sunny.
And their opponents, the Tag Team Champions, Resistance The Rainbro and Rainbow Wolf, the Rainbow!
Well, I'm gonna let that one slide, and I heard what you said, but nobody wants to fire Sunny, because without Sunny it will be a rainy day on commentary, and I know that's just coming from you hating on the fact that Big Money Sander won a match and you had to commentate on it. But let's forget that match and let's focus on this one. So, how do you think the confidence level of the champions has been since winning the Tag Team Championships?
It's sky high. They won it in a brutal Hell in a Cell match, and they were victorious and finally got the Tag Team Championships that they really deserve. I mean, look how good it looks on them. They are fabulous, they are flamboyant, and the Tag Team Championships just suit them like it should have ever been. It should always have been there. Yeah.
That's true, and you are so excited for the Rainbows, you almost fell over your own words. But now it's time to get this Tag Team Championship match started. Let's see who will start it. We get, of course, a big view of the beautiful Tag Team Championship belts from UCW, as we remind our fans and our viewers what this match is ultimately for. So there you see the Resistance all ready for this big rematch. And of course we're gonna take a look at the champions as well, I believe. Yeah, they're just basking in their glory. The crowd is on fire for this match. They know what to expect. There it is, the look on the champions. Roles reversed since Hardcore Revolution, and do you think they will steal the show again?
Of course they will. These two tag teams are the best in UCW and maybe even best in the world. I know that the Rainbows are challenging someone called the Bearded Revival from Street Up or Worldwide Wrestling, and they just want to show the world how good they really are.
That's true, and they get the opportunity to do just that in front of 7 other promotions. UCW's tag teams will try to shine bright as a rainbow, and it seems like Rainbow Wolf has started the match for the Rainbows against one member of the Resistance. They are brothers. I can't tell them apart, so I'm always going to call them the Resistance. I really need to check up which one of the Resistance had which tattoo so I can keep them apart. But for now, I'm sorry, Resistance. You didn't seem to mind at Hardcore Revolution, so maybe Ed knows. Ed, do you know which one of the Resistance is which one?
Well, I think the one in the ring right now is, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, he doesn't know.
It's Matrix. It's Matrix. That is Matrix. And the other one is Matthias. And I think you were even wrong. And Rasta Rainbow is actually in the match. Oh. Rainbow Wolf has a black vest with like colorful stuff on there.
Alright, suplexing to a big twisting facebuster by Matrix, who is working on Russ the Rainbow, representing the Rainbows. Now dodging a kick and going for a release German suplex, throwing him into his own corner, and now Matrix is in trouble because he is in the wrong part of the ring.
Now you said Rust the Rainbro. It's not Rust the Rainbro. They're the Rainbros, but it's Rust the Rainbow and Rainbow Wolf. It's not bro.
I'm sorry, you know, they're the Rain Bros. Why can't I just call him Russ the Rainbow? He is part of the tag team. So now Russ the Rainbow going for a big buckle bomb and Enziguri combo with Rainbow Wolf, who steps in and takes control while Matrix tries to crawl to his partner while a big springboard crossbody flattens him in the middle of the ring. And this is what tag team wrestling is all about, Ed. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I really agree. And Rainbow Wolf, of course, showing that energetic youth that he has, because it's a young guy and he has a big, big future. And I see him as a future world champion at some point in his career.
That's true. He has been able to show himself in singles competition, but now he's really excelling together with us, the Rainbow, in tag team division. While he has a camel clutch, he can't get Matrix to submit just yet. That's of course really reasonable, but it's really smart to work on your opponent. Make sure that you soften them up before you hit one of your big moves and can put them away. But now Matrix finally starting to get into this match with a striking combination, and now a running clothesline seem to be reversing the tie of this matchup.
It really is, and like you cannot take anything away from Resistance. They are our first ever tag team champions, and they won it in a tournament. So they are really good, and they are as good as they say. But there's a problem now, and that's they want the tag team championship so bad that it can cause problems.
That's true, but Matrix is now heading into a guillotine sleeper hold. Very nice technical maneuver, but look at this, Rainbow Wolf able to power out. Very nicely done, showing off his great power. And now Irish whipping him into the Rainbow's corner. No tag mate, hanging him up in the Tree of Woe position. What's he gonna do here? Oh, and a big modified backstabber from the corner. That looks really painful, Ed.
I don't want to receive that at all.
No, me neither. I really like both of these teams, but I'm not going to participate in any of their moves or any of their demos, as I should say. And now Rainbow Wolf is in the wrong part of town. Matrix taking his sweet time with him. I think this is a mistake, Ed.
He was just trash talking, trying to get under Rainbow Wolf's skin.
That's true. Now a very nice high and low combination by the Resistance going for the first cover of the match, and immediately Russ the Rainbow comes in. And I said Russ the Rainbow, not Russ the Rainbro, just to get my facts straight. Immediately going in for the save. And you know the cardinal rule of tag team wrestling, Ed, you can only break up a pinfall once a match. So he already burned his tag right there.
He really did, but we also know that our refs are a little bit more lenient when it comes to championship matches.
That's true, while Rainbow Wolf puts Matrix into another camel clutch position, the same one that Russ the Rainbow did. So very nice tag team continuity by the Rainbows.
Once again, Sonny, that is Matthias, the one that with the golden knee brace. That's Matrix.
I'm very sorry. I'm just so happy and excited that I get all the names wrong at. You know, it's in my nature, it's in my name. I'm Sunny. I'm always shining bright.
You're awful, that's more like it, and you're just not fit to be a commentator or ring announcer, as we all know.
Well, ring announcer, I agree, but Russ the Rainbow hits a big enziguri and now a springboard flying forearm. Very nicely done. You could almost say that was a phenomenal forearm.
Keep your bad puns to yourself, Sonny.
Oh, I like it. And another big springboard flying forearm flattening Matthias, and he really needs to make the tag to his brother Matrix. But will he be able to?
Do you know what that is for forearm? It's a colorful forearm. It's a colorful forearm.
That's true, because the Rainbows always try to make the day colorious And while they are now being reversed into a neckbreaker by Matthias, and you see Matrix holding up the UCW fans, trying to get them to cheer for the Resistance, giving Matthias some newfound energy, it seems.
Yeah, although they're not really getting that much love from the fans. I mean, they're not really good guys, as I would say. Well, they are a bit more respectable now that they lost the championships. I
That's
don't know
true.
why, but they were really egotistical when they had the tag team championships.
That's true. And we just saw Russ the Rainbow with a big modified Fisherman Buster trying to go to the top rope, but it was to no avail because Matrix got the hot tag and now immediately a big spear on Russ the Rainbow. Very big power move displayed here by Matrix. And another spear at 2 spears in the space of 5 seconds.
Yeah, it was his own little comeback, and he needed it. They needed it because the Rainbows has been taking the momentum, and now Matrix really needs to take this.
That's true. And now what's going for here? A big code red hit by Russ the Rainbow, and he needs to make a tag. I think so. He's trying to do it all on his own, but don't forget you're in a tag team, guy. Don't forget it, Russ. You're in a tag team. Rainbow Wolf is there on the apron. What do you think about this, Ed? While Russ the Rainbow performs an X-Plex, I'm sorry, going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by the Resistance. Ed, I'm sorry I went through your voice. Can you once again say what you want to say?
Well, they are new to tag team wrestling, but they have been really successful. But of course, still a little bit of that singles competitor is gonna stay in with a big defeat by
nice. Yeah, but it's as you stated, Ed. The Resistance are the very first UCW Tag Team Champions. And they haven't become the UCW Tag Team Champions on a fluke. They beat everybody in that championship tournament. And yet, we will never know what would have happened if the Rainbows were in the tournament. But now a big double team move, very nicely coordinated by the Rainbows, popping him up into that double knees. What do you think about the teamwork of the Resistance, Ed?
Well, it's great. Like they debuted in the tournament. It wasn't even that they were already signed. They weren't signed. They debuted in the tournament as a surprise tag team, and they run to everyone, to the formerly known as the Bullet Club, to the Dutch Death Squad, and a tag team of Azrael Victor and Jake Van Dyke, if I can remember correctly.
That's true. Azrael, who is now competing in singles competition, went for a shot at the Tag Team Championships belt, but he couldn't hack it against the Resistance together with his buddy Jake Van Dyke. And you can see right now, as they're dominating the Rainbows, why they became champions in the first place.
You really can see it. They just work so good together. And with a beautiful, I don't know how to call it, some sort of neckbreaker variant.
That's true, but now the Rainbows with a ripcord clothesline, and now desperately needs to make the tag and not channel his energy to the UCW fan base like he's doing now. And both the Rainbows, they are just maybe being a bit cocky, thinking that they can do it all on their own.
Well, these guys are cocky. They're young and they won the championship and they can show some cockiness, but keep your head in the game if you want to stay tag team champions. If you want to stay tag team champions, you should keep your head in the game.
That's true, and now a tag made by the Resistance from Matrix to, and now big super kick into a package pile driver at. That's a devastating maneuver. We don't see that much. And now Matrix going for it. Big sit out powerbomb. Will this be enough? 1 and 2 and a kick out because Russ the Rainbow wasn't able to break up that pinfall, but Rainbow Wolf did have enough in him to kick out. And does that surprise you, Ed?
Well, I think he missed it a little bit, if I'm correctly. And I wanted to say now Absolute Chaos as a huge swanton misses.
Missed by the Resistance, and Matrix in a lot of trouble, being Iris whipped into the Rainbow's corner. And will we see the tag this time? No, again, no tag made, putting him up on the top rope. And now, oh my god, Ed, they're getting really close to our announce table.
Oh no, no,
Oh no.
no!
Oh no. Oh my god. A superplex to the outside. The Rainbows are really decimating the former champions. And what do you think about this tactic, Ed? Because I haven't seen this side from the Rainbows as of today.
Rainbow Wolf, get them away from us. We don't want to be involved. Get him away. Like he's at my feet right now. Just get him away.
Ed, stay calm, stay calm. I'm here. Sunny is here for you. I'll protect you, buddy.
Never mind, everyone. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna act like nothing ever happens because I don't want help. I don't want help from Sunny at all.
That's true, but Resistance is now really being dominated, but they reversed it, throwing Rainbow Wolf into the ring post, but there's the equalizer, Russ the Rainbow trying to make some sort of impact, throwing Matrix back into the ring, and now Rainbow Wolf back in as well before the tank out, and immediately the hot tag made to Matthias. Matthias coming in with a big pop-up punch, and now, oh, I see that one of the Rainbows, Rainbow Wolf, is busted open at.
He is, and that, well, it is colorful, but it isn't really tactical.
I don't hope that one of the colors they want on their face is the color of their own blood. But now, a big twist of fate hit by Matthias. And can the Resistance become two-time champions? He's dragging him away from the enemy corner, which is really smart. And now Matthias looking for another big move to hit on Rainbow Wolf. And a big knee to the chin and a big Layato hit by the Resistance, and they're basking in their own dominance at.
And that's the part where he's wrong. He should have just went on again, but he stopped. He should have went for the pin.
That's true. Now measuring Rainbow Wolf once again, and now a big scoop up, turn wheel power slam, going for the cover. 1, 2. And broken up at the last minute, Ed. I really think that was a 3 count.
It looked like a 3 count.
It really did, and again a swanton
but
missed.
I think it was, the referee just said it was 2 3/4. Like it was unbelievable.
2
like,
and 3/4.
It probably was 2.99
yeah,
if you even want to say.
I just wanted to say, Ed, that's more 2.99. But now the Rainbows are getting back into control here. While again, the Swanton, who missed once, missed for a second time, Ed. They shouldn't be doing that Swanton.
And once again, the cockiness of the Resistance.
Oh, sunset flip into a pin.
Could be
1,
their downfall.
2, and a kick out at the last minute again. Another near fall for the Rainbows. And as you said, that cockiness might come to haunt them in the end.
It really could. And you see Matrix just hanging on the top rope, like he has enough. He's done.
That's true, but Matthias still being dominated with a German, and now Russ the Rainbow going up for a somersault senton, and this one connected, taunting the Resistance with the moves they can't hit at.
And you gotta like see the irony in that. It's great, and that's what they do. That's what the Rainbows do. They make something magical.
That's true. And now the Rainbows basking in their glory. Maybe even some fatigue. Maybe he doesn't have the strength to go for the pinfall, go for the cover. Now he's handling Matthias back up again. Now going for a Hurricanrana. Very nicely done. And you should think that this match couldn't go on for much longer.
No, because both teams are showing a lot of fatigue. I mean, I think Matrix is like...
Ed, I don't think this is the wisest thing to do. Resistance again going to the middle rope. Now measuring their opponent this time. Going for an axe handle, and he couldn't get it, Ed. He couldn't get it.
I already was thinking, this is way too far. We know he's not a high flyer, and we just saw right there that that's another mistake by the Resistance.
That's true, but
they're high flyers all of a sudden.
Matrix going for a big top rope elbow drop while he was tagged in by Matthias, going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by the Rainbows at 2.5. Another near fall for the Resistance. And this match is as unpredictable as it could ever be at.
It really is. And now, of course, Matrix going for a submission move to try and take Rust the Rainbow down.
Trying to make them forcibly submit their championships, and that's not going to work on a team that's so against quitting as the Rainbows are. They would rather be in the submission for the entire match than quit.
They really, really would.
And now Resistance going for another double team outing. Going for a big high knee enziguri combo in the corner. And now a Northern Light suplex with the bridge. Ref go for the count. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2 by Rust the Rainbow. And Rust the Rainbow needs to tag in Rainbow Wolf. Now a big springboard splash. Flattening one half of the Rainbows. Who is now... Wow, what a counter! Wow.
That was glorious, as they would say, because that was unbelievable. I don't know how he countered that. And he really needed to get the tag, but all of a sudden he has a second life.
Yes,
and is getting back in it.
Well, I have to say, some of these moves performed by the talents, superstars of UCW, are so crazy that if I try something like that, I would immediately break my neck and be paralyzed. But these guys make it look like it's nothing. While a big atomic drop into a facebuster was hit by Matthias, who's now looking for the tag, I think. I don't think Matrix is able to. Yes, now he is. Matrix making the tag. And Ed, what do you think about the dominance of the Resistance in the late stage of this match?
Well, they just show tag team for a long while, have been champions all around. And they are fighting a new tag team. It's a successful tag team, but they need to learn a lot about the tag team wrestling mindset.
That's true. Now a big knee plus ripcord clothesline combo hit, and now a big springboard moonsault missed because Rust the Rainbow moved out of the way, and this could be the opening that the Rainbows have been looking for. I was whipping him into that corner, and there it is, the tag to Rainbow Wolf. Finally, after all this time, and now the Rainbows going for a big tag team maneuver on the top rope. Big splash plus leg drop combo Ed. Really impressive. Can they go for the win? Going for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. And the Rainbows have defended their UCW Tag Team Championship successfully here at Worldwide Warfare. Ed, what is your reaction?
Well, I'm kind of surprised at the end there that Matthias didn't try to break it up. It looked like he thought like Matrix would kick out, but it was such a move. I think it was a glorious splash and leg drop. I don't know what they call it. We really need to ask them the name of their move, because it's something.
That's very true, but now we are looking
I
at
love the Rainbow, and I'm happy they retained here tonight.
Yeah, I am happy as well. They deserved this championship reign. They deserve to be the top tag team on the mountain. And now we need to wait before Midsummer Mayhem before another outing. Let's go to a ring announcer live.
Here are your winners, and still tag team champions, Rust the Rainbow and Rainbow Wolf, the Rainbows!
And there you see, still the UCW Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Rainbow Wolf and Rust the Rainbow, the Rainbows, and they have once again tore the house down with the Resistance, because this was another beautiful tag team encounter.
It really was, and I think they're gonna do it every chance they get.
Well, we need to wait before we know. At the 25th of August, UCW presents Midsummer Mayhem, and of course the Tag Team Championships will be defended. For now, we don't know who the Rainbows are going to defend against, but what we also don't know is, will the best of 5 series still be in effect, or will Richard Show take it down 3-1? Because right now this is a best of 5 series, and Richard Show went ahead in the sort of tiebreaker at Hardcore Revolution, making it 2 wins against 1 for Rick Owens. And do you think, Ed, that this will be the last match? Will we not see a 5th one?
Well, I've talked to Rick Owens before this match. I saw him backstage, and he was in a different mindset. He was frustrated, but ready. He was ready, and I think he can take it right here because I saw the passion and the fire in his eyes.
From Limbo Lands, Rick Owens!
Well, and there you have the guy you met backstage, you talked to him. Is there anything that he let go, that he maybe told you about his strategy coming into this matchup?
He said he has a different kind of strategy. We all know what happened at Hardcore Revolution. He lost.
That's true.
And, well, I don't know, man. I really think he can take it right here. I saw he has a different mindset. He has a different plan, a strategy in place. He didn't want to say too much because he know I have to commentate on it. We're gonna see a different Rick Owens.
So a bit of a conspiracy because Rick Owens is afraid that Richard might find out his strategy. But right now we are going to the announcing of Rick's opponent.
And his opponent, from the Netherlands, Richard Show!
Alright, and there he is, this guy. Of course, we have told you this time and time again, if you're watching this at home, if you haven't seen UCW's Hardcore Revolution, you should just go to the UCW YouTube page and you can find it in all its glory on there. But for right now, we are moving towards Midsummer Mayhem, and we are on our biggest stop yet at Worldwide Warfare, and this is for all the bragging rights. At will Richard Show be able to make this best of 5 series his own?
Like I said, I think Rick Owens takes it tonight. Although we know Richard Show is a dominating competitor and he's really showing the talent that he has.
That's true. While this match has been to a flying start, really fired up, these guys. Both want to impress their GM, which is Jerome. They're both on the Outbreak brand, which is really convenient because otherwise the best of 5 series would have been performed differently. Now a Russian leg sweep by Rick Owens. What do you think about the concept of a best of 5 series, Ed? How do you feel towards it?
Well, I like it because it shows competitors their strength, their mindset. Because if you are down to the 0, like what do you do? What is the next thing you can do? You lose and you're done. And it's an interesting concept, and it just gives them the push they need to get over what they already can and get better.
Well, that's very true. While we see a modified side slam by Richard Show dominating Rick Owens, and it's as you said, Ed, I really like this kind of warfare. I really like it. I really think it shows what kind of competitors these two are. They are both relatively new in UCW. They both need to make a name for themselves, and now Rick Owens just hit a beautiful tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And you know what, the one thing is I always take off best of 5 series, what always intrigues me, is you face each other multiple times. At most you can face each other 5 times in a short amount of time. Right? So what happens when you face each other 4 times and you know each other so well? I need to see those guys adapt and survive to become even better talents, even better wrestlers. And now Rick Owens with a big missile dropkick to the face of Richard Show. And do you think that Rick and Richard have adapted to each other more than that they did 3 matches ago?
They know their biggest moves and they can reverse their biggest moves. They need to have new stuff that we've never seen before to even just get into the head of your opponent, because they know each other so well right now. 3 matches.
That's true, and I would love to see this go 2-2. Would love to see these guys go at it one more time, which would presumably be on Midsummer Mayhem. if they can make it there, because if Richard wins, this is over and Rick Owens will have to start at the back of the line, and Richard Show has 3 consecutive wins against Rick Owens, which really puts him into title contention. I assume, of course, I'm not the general manager.
I think you're correct there. I know Jeroen he is a manager more like he doesn't give opportunities, you have to earn them. You have to earn them, and Richard Show, if he takes 3 consecutive wins, he earned a championship opportunity, in my opinion at least.
Yeah, in my opinion as well. So now we see Rick Owens trying for a T-bone suplex, blocked by Richard Show, taking Owens onto his shoulders and hitting a big knee to the chin. And Owens is staggering. What's Richard gonna do now? And a big PK kick. And Richard Show is dominating and basking in his dominance. And he basked a little bit too much because Rick was
I
able.
like this because he went.
Oh wow, Ed, what a beautiful counter into a submission hold.
I don't even know how to call this, but this is great, and this is how good they know each other. And what I wanted to say before is he went for the kick to the head, but he didn't stop there. No, he adapted and went for a big, just running. Yeah, it was almost like a Kinshasa to his face.
A big running knee, some sort of running knee. Of course, we are not all wise. We don't know every move to the bone, but we will adapt and survive just like the competitors and become even greater commentary. While a Dragon Screw was hit on Rick Owens in the first cover of the match in a 1 count, and Rick kicks out.
Yeah, this match is not going to be over just like that. This is going to take a while. There's going to be a fight.
That's true. That's very true. Wow, a big discus forearm to the back of the head, and that looks really nasty.
Richard Snow isn't a
Oh wow, Ed!
competitor you love. Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! They really tumble outside the ring, and now they're in front of us, Ed. We get a close look to him dropping Rick Owens on our announce table.
Yeah, we really are, but that move, that was something else. I don't know if it was supposed to go that way, but...
Well, I hope it was planned, because otherwise the risk that you take by throwing yourself over the top rope is enormous.
It really is. It takes a lot out of you.
That's true. While Rick Owens performs a Dragon Screw on Richard Show, which he received because Richard is really working on the legs of Rick.
Yeah, he knows the weaknesses of his opponents. If you face each other multiple times, you will know your opponent's weakness. And the weakness of Rick Owens is most definitely his legs.
That's true. Richard's finding out of this submission hold by Rick. Now dragging him. Going for a snapmare takedown. Very nicely done. Going for some kind of neck snap. Ooh, that looks really painful. Can he turn him over? Yes, he can. Going for the cover 1. And a kick out at 1 by Rick Owens.
And trying to psych Rick Owens back up to go for something big here.
Very nice top rope into a flatliner, Ed. Haven't seen this from Richard Show because he doesn't go to the top rope all that often.
No, he really doesn't. And that's what we talked about, adapting to your opponent. You need to do that, and that's what these two guys are doing right now.
That's true. Another big knee to the chest and another PK kick combo following that. And Rick, he needs to be able to adapt to this. He's groggy, but he reverses into a big strike. And can Rick keep it up? No, he can't. Richard Show again in control.
And another reversal even by Rick Owens. It just continues and continues with a big kick to the face.
Very nicely done by Rick Owens. And now, instead of focusing on Richard Show, he's trying to get the UCW fans to give him more energy.
Well, this isn't Dragon Ball Z, Sonny. They cannot give him his energy. Doesn't work like that.
That's true, but I also love... Oh, and a big cutter by Rick Owens. Will this be it? 1, 2, and a kick out. And of course, this is not Dragon Ball Z, this is not even Dragon Ball, this is not Dragon Ball GT, this is not Dragon Ball Super, this is professional wrestling, this is UCW Worldwide Warfare, while we see Richard Show hitting a jawbreaker. And I know that this isn't a cartoon, not a anime of, I'm sorry, I'm gonna piss off a lot of people saying that Dragon Ball Z is a cartoon, so maybe somebody get my home address and maybe barricade my door, while we see a kick out at 2 by Rick Owens. And please, Ed, do not Twitter my account. Do not Twitter my address, Ed.
Well, what are you saying? I'm just here looking on my phone. I'm not doing anything at all.
I see you are on Twitter. Get off of Twitter, Ed. A big knee to the chin and another ripcord clothesline combo by Richard, while I am here trying to get the phone of Ed so he can tweet my home address to everybody who wants to set me death threats.
Well, good luck, Victor, because, oh, sorry, Sonny. I don't know why I called you Victor right there.
Now, it's because I'm the victor of every conversation.
Well, that's true, because you're a loser, just like him. Anyway.
Well, big backbreaker by Rick Owens. We need to get...
already. People are coming to your house.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And I'm not even at home. Well, at least only my cats are home. Alright, Ed, we need to get the focus back on this best of 5 series, while we see Richard Show fighting out of Rick Owens' grip with some vicious back elbows. Now going for a suplex, reversed by Rick Owens, going for an inverted DDT. And it seems like Rick is finally finding his footing in this match.
It really does, and he needs to. He needs to get his momentum. He needs to win.
That's true. Big back suplex, and now both men are down, and the one who goes up first has the momentum, has the advantage. But which one of those two will it be at?
Well, and our referee is, I think he doesn't know for sure if he needs to start the count or not. He's pacing back and forth, but he's not going to do it because they are back on their feet.
They are, and Rick Owens dragging Richard to the side of the ring. Richard reversing, dropping him to the outside. Very nasty, but Rick Owens immediately back up with a Lou fast press with big punches to the face of Richard. And now the referee this time has started the count. We are at 3 now.
It's nasty, but it's effective.
It's nasty, but it is effective, and as long as it's effective, it's right in the books of a wrestler. Now taking him onto his shoulders with a big version of a attitude adjustment, dropping him. Very nicely done. And now Rick throwing Richard back in at the 6 count. So no love lost there, no double count out. Very, very nice, because I don't want to see this match being ended at a count out.
And again to the...
And again a kick to the side of the head, and now Rick Owens.
So again, the leader of the Mist probably went between our seats to make sure we cannot talk to each other. That's a huge cutter by Rick Owens in a pin.
Pin, 1, 2, and 3, and Rick Owens has done it. Ed, this best of 5 series has now become 2 apiece. I see Ed is still composing himself. Ed, when you are ready...
As I'm waiting here for the connection to get back up.
Again, we have some sort of connection problem.
This connection is all over the place, since the leader of the Mist just loves us not to talk. But I am so happy for Rick Owens, because this is gonna...
Here is our winner, Rick Owens!
Ed, can we hear each other again? Ed?
Sonny, are you back?
Ed, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Well, I can hear you, Ed. Can you hear me, Sonny? Alright, Ed, we are back. The technical difficulties have been solved. We just saw Rick Owens winning his match to make it 2-on-2 in the best of 5 series. Can we still get your reaction to that, Ed?
Well, it was absolutely amazing, and I love that Rick Owens won because we're gonna see these guys go at it once again, and they've adapted. They really have adapted. They've become better competitors, and they know each other so well right now.
That's true, that's very true. But while we are still mesmerized by the win by Rick Owens and getting to see that matchup for a 5th time, probably at Midsummer Mayhem, yet to be decided. But right now we have to focus on the match between Heel, aka 47 Heel, versus Justin L. Perrault, also known as the Living Legend. And right now, before we say anything, let's go to our ring announcer.
This following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from West-Friesland, the Netherlands, AK-47.
So there he is. He is a member of the Dutch Death Squad, as our ring announcer pointed out, AK-47 Heel. And what do you think about his determination to now win, because he lost at Hardcore Revolution?
He lost the championship. He was our longest reigning champion. And he lost the TV championship, and it's a huge blow to his career at this point. And he really needs to get back on track, because we all know he's good. He is really good, but he needs to get back on the winning track.
That's true. He really needs a big win. But now let's go to his opponent.
From Tampa, Florida, the living legend, Justin Perrault.
Every time this guy comes to the ring, since he became the living legend, it's just a spectacle to behold. I mean, look what he's standing on, and now he's getting down to the ring. It's absolutely unbelievable. He has such a presence about him.
That's very true, but it's also a metaphor for his line of thought, because he always thinks he's above everybody else, and now literally he was above everybody else, because even the people in the topside seats weren't sitting high enough to be above Justin L. Perrault, and the living legend now basking in his own glory while slowly and methodically making his way to the ring.
He really just likes basking in his own glory. I mean, what can I say? Everyone is beneath him. And I mean, he defeated Sander in the worst match I ever saw in my life. But he completely destroyed Sander, so I applaud him once again. It's just, I will forever be a fan of the living legend.
That's true, he really defeated Sander. He did that at Hardcore Revolution in an Iron match coming up 4-2. Sander was no match for him that night. So right now, Justin is on a wave of momentum, and he's trying to carry that wave and continue riding that wave right past Worldwide Warfare, but he still needs to get past Heel, who needs some momentum himself. So this is quite the interesting matchup, Ed.
It really is, but I don't know, I think the living legend got this. He is on a roll since he became the living legend and let the outcast go away. He became something else. He became, as well, his creator, as he likes to say, as Dylan Mason say, he became a god, and he made it into the living legend.
That's true, that's very true. And we also know that this creator of the living legend, Dylan Mason, will be in the main event representing UCW. Isn't that right, Ed? What do you think about him being our representative?
Well, is he ready to be a representative? I mean, at the moment, I don't think he is in the hospital anymore, because I've heard some rumors that he's not there anymore, but also that Hunter Deal has no contact with him whatsoever. So maybe he's planning something, because he, of course, wants to beat Alex Mercury, probably to living hell.
That's true, because people are sending fan mail to Hunter Deal. They are tweeting him questions each and every day about the whereabouts of Dylan Mason, but Hunter doesn't know. Although this match is now on the way between the Living Legends and AK-47. They're really tying it up with some technical wrestling to start this off. But as of right now, our commentary team, me and Ed, we don't know what the conditioning is of the guy we are sending in to represent the entire promotion.
No, we really don't, and that's something a bit alarming. But we also know how tough Dylan Mason is. I mean, even after the whole beatdown with the cash-in, he kicked out of Alex Mercury, his finisher.
That's true. Alex Mercury had to hit 2 planetaries and 2 lunar assaults after cashing in to finally put down Dylan Mason. But Dylan Mason wasn't even champion for more than 10 minutes, and that's gotta sting when you finally win the big one and then it's taken away from you that easily.
Yeah, he really wanted his moment to shine. He wanted his era, as he likes to say. But on to that more later, especially when the main event hits. But now it's a living legend who's going on the top rope to hit something beautiful.
Very beautiful coast to coast performed by the living legend, showing off his athleticism even after being a competitor for so long.
Yeah, like he is a veteran in this business, and you can see that every chance you get, every chance he gets, he shows you that he still got it and he's a veteran.
That's true, and Justin just hit a devastating brainbuster, now going for a somersault, very nicely done, and now the head scissors, while drilling his elbow into the forehead of Giel, of a former champion, because Justin has yet to hold championship gold.
Well, Justin created his own championship. I think it's called the Living Legend Championship. I'm not quite sure how it's called. He says he will never defend it, only for those he finds worthy, and no one is worthy, of course.
Well, he posted a list of people he found worthy, and on the top of that list was one name that really stood out to me, which what I thought was, wow, he seems worthy, and that name is Adrian Pack, the Birdman. He was on one of the top picks of Justin to defend his championship against. That was really weird to me.
Yeah, it's a surprise pick, but Adrian Beck has really turned heads around as of late. And he once screamed at me as a bird, because he's the Birdman, of course.
Of course.
Didn't really like it, but he has a bright future ahead of him. And if the living legend considers him worthy, well, then we need to look out for Adrian Pack.
That's very true, but now Giel is dominating the living legend. Of course, not a very, very easy thing to do while he misses with one of his kicks. Now taking him onto his shoulders. What's Giel going to do here? And he drops him right on the top rope, right across his throat, making it difficult to breathe. A kick out at 1 by Justin. So what do you think? How long will it take before Justin gets a championship opportunity?
Well, he didn't have the best of luck as the outcast, but since he became the living legend, he just became something else entirely. And I think he should be in a top contendership spot for any championship, as a matter of fact. I think he could hold the World Heavyweight Championship that is going to be introduced to Outbreak.
Yeah, but we still don't know which 4 competitors will be in that Fatal 4. While there is an Olympic Slam by Justin and Giel kicks out at 1. We can hope, we can think that Justin may get a qualifying match while he hits a devastating stomp to Giel, and now showing off his legendary prowess by a deadlift gut-wrench suplex. And even after all these years, he's still able to do that. That's impressive.
Yeah, but just look how fast Giel just came back with a power slam of himself.
Yeah, that's true. These two are equally matched. A very nice matchup put together by the general manager of Outbreak for this show.
He really put on a great match. It isn't the main event, but it maybe even shouldn't be the main event.
Well, he hit a big back superplex by heel, trying to defeat the Living Legend. 1, 2, and a kick out by Justin.
Now, I don't want to get fired, of course, but because Hunter Deal is in the main event. Our
That's
general
true.
manager.
The general
is in
manager
the,
of Power Struggle, one of the guys who signs our paychecks.
he is in the main event. I don't think he should be in the main event. It's just hogging the spotlight of some other competitors like the Living Legend, like Giel, AK-47.
That's true, but now let's see what Justin's going for. Big running leg drop, leg kick. I'm all flustered. 1, 2, and a kick out by heel at 2. And I agree with you, Ed. I think it's a weird thing having your general manager in the main event of such a big show, but it's a really big anticipated re-debut coming out of retirement with a big twisting facebuster. This is the move that put Sander out for the 3 count. Will it do the same to heel? 1, 2, and 3, and Justin, just like that, has vanquished one of the members of the Dutch Death Squad, Ed.
Yeah, and I can't say I'm surprised. As I said before, he is in a new zone, and I think he could win the big one pretty soon. And I'm sure that Jeroen is watching this and is thinking, maybe this guy should be in the Fatal 4-Way.
That's true, Jeroen. Of course, he is the general manager of Outbreak. If you're watching, Jeroen, we as commentators would love to see Justin get a crack at that World Heavyweight Championship that you're gonna introduce. But let's talk a bit about Giel, because his career, his streak is going on to the wrong track. He's on the losing track right now. He lost to Hellbreaker at Hardcore Revolution, now losing to the Living Legend at Worldwide Warfare. What's he gonna do to turn this around, Ed?
I think the loss to Hellbreaker got into his head a bit too much, and it just psychic inside his mind is just it all in the wrong place at the moment. And we all know AK-47 feels a great competitor, but right now he needs to get back on track, and maybe, just maybe, he needs to get back to his vicious side that he once had.
That's true, we just saw that twisting facebuster, now having to hear Justin announced as the winner. There it is, Justin winning this big match against Giel, and now we are loading into our main event. We are getting ourselves strapped in here, Ed.
We really are, and of course it's Dark X.
James Dark X, who is, after weeks and weeks of interrogating Hunter, challenging him for a match at Worldwide Warfare, Hunter Deal, the general manager of Power Struggle, will step out of retirement to take on this newer generation of talent in the form of Dark X. And what do you think about this decision to come out of retirement, Ed?
Well, he was done, because Dark X kept antagonizing him every chance he could. If there was a live podcast by Hunter Deal, there was Dark X. If Hunter joined someone's conversation, there was Dark X. And now we can finally see what will happen.
This following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Knoxville, Tennessee, David Dark X James.
Alright, and there he is, Dark X. Again, he has been able and has been generous enough to give us our ladder back after he took it to the Dark Void at Hardcore Revolution. But are you afraid that he's going to take General Manager Hunter Deal to the Dark Void, Ed?
Well, that's going to cause a problem, isn't it? Because then we won't have a general manager anymore. Who will make the matches? There will be absolute chaos that Lance probably would love.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm hoping for our general manager to win and shut this kid up, even though I love this kid because he has such great potential. He can reach so many heights. He's young, he's hungry. He already thinks he's the best though, that's kind of a problem.
That's true, his ego is through the roof, but again his potential is sky high as we see Dark Axe making his preparations for the biggest match of his career while we are taking a look at the re-debut of his opponent.
And his opponent, from Richmond, Kentucky, he is your general manager of Power Struggle, Hunter Deal!
And there he is at Hunter Deal, and this place could not be any more filled with excitement.
I can't believe I'm actually here live commentating on the return, the in-ring return of the big deal Hunter Deal.
Yeah, well, it's a shock for me as well. I think somebody like Hunter Deal was a great, and still is a great general manager. I almost fucked up right there, but Hunter Deal is a great general manager for Power Struggle. He hasn't got Dark Axe on his brand for probably obvious reasons, but this is the one chance that Dark Axe got and will ever get to make a name for himself against one of the biggest names in UCW.
But look in the shape that Hunter Deal still is in.
Jesus Christ, his shape is fantastic. And now immediately the match has started and Dark Axe immediately tries to take control with a big Irish whip and again immediately gloats in his own performance. Like, that's sending a message at.
It really is sending a message to the whole locker room, to every place. He's showing that he is the future, but this is Hunter Deal, his time, his return. And
that's true, and you can only imagine that in the back, all the superstars of Power Struggle and Outbreak have found some sort of way to watch this match on monitors, TVs. Maybe they're even in the arena watching it from afar, because this is the big deal of the evening, the main event of Worldwide Warfare. It's Hunter Deal taking on Dark Axe. We're now throwing him inside the ropes and a big back elbow, taking control, and the first offensive move that Hunter Deal has performed. But do you think Hunter Deal has ring rust at?
Well, I was just thinking about that. Does this man have ring rust? He has been retired for a year now and became a general manager, even though he's still quite young. He isn't that old. But
that's true.
Look at the shape he's in. Like, I don't think he has ring rust.
Well, he hasn't missed gym day, he hasn't missed leg day, he hasn't missed arm day, and he certainly hasn't missed working on his abs because he has quite few of them. And yes, I am indeed a bit shocked at the state that the Hunter has been able to keep himself in even while performing his duties as a general manager.
I don't know how this man does it, but somehow he finds a way, he finds the time to train and to get back up and get his, well, he's even in the suit pants. He's not even in wrestling attire.
That's true. Now he performs a beautiful vertical suplex on Dark Axe. And of course, if you're listening to this, this is our main event. While the first cover of the matchup is being made, one, and a kick out by Dark Axe. If you're listening to this, if you just tune in, this is the main event of Worldwide Warfare. Dark Axe taking on the general manager Hunter Deal, who will hopefully get out of it without a scratch so he can perform his duties. Otherwise, we'll probably have to name an interim general manager for the time being. So, Ed, if somebody would ever say, you know, Ed, we would like you to be general manager, would you do that?
Of course I would do it. I would be a great general manager. I would fire Sander on the spot.
So hopefully Hunter will survive, because if you become the interim general manager, Big Money Sander has to look for another employment line. But right now Dark Axe is really controlling Hunter Deal with big snake eyes to him, and he is really egotistical about his own work. He's really basking in his glory, maybe a bit too much at.
Of course he is. He thinks that Hunter Deal is done, that his glory days are past, and it's time for Dark Axe to shine, for David Dark Axe James to shine. But you cannot count Hunter Deal out.
No, that's very true. While Dark Axe on top rope with Hunter Deal and a big superplex by Dark Axe and going for the cover. Will this be it? 1. And a kick out at 1. So, but I think Dark Axe has a point somewhere. I think he has a point because Hunter hasn't retired for no reason. He didn't retire because he wanted to retire. He needed to retire.
He indeed needed to retire, and that's why he became a general manager, because he loves this business so much, and you can see the passion he has for even trying to return back into the ring. And as of now, Dark Axe is in control of Hunter Deal.
Yeah, and Hunter tried to strike back, but Dark Axe was quick and now go behind. Kick to the side of the knee, and a big clothesline from behind, and Hunter trying to go for his first cover of the match. And a 1 and a kick out at 1 by Dark Axe as well. So these two right now are evenly matched. They are doing their best to win. While Dark Axe slipping out of the head scissors by Hunter Deal. Very nicely done. Now getting back in control. Oh, and Hunter Deal throws Dark Axe over the top rope right in front of us, Ed.
Yeah, and I must say something, because Jeroen and Hunter don't like each other at all. They kind of despise each other, and they want, of course, their brand to win. And this is kind of brand warfare, as Dark Axe is a member of Outbreak.
Yeah, that's true. He's representing Outbreak. He's representing what Jeroen is calling the A show, the best show where everybody gets an opportunity. But what do you think happens to Dark Axe when he wins? If he wins, what does happen to his career?
I think he will just get a championship opportunity right away. I think he will become the World Heavyweight Champion at Outbreak, because Jeroen will love this guy, because he beat down Hunter Deal and shut him up.
That's true, that's very true. And now Hunter and Dark Axe still going at it. But we will have to assume that if Dark Axe wins, he will be in line. He will be the ultimate #1 contender.
He should.
And now going for a flying clothesline, it missed, but reconsidering himself for a neckbreaker on the outside. Very nicely done. You could see Dark Axe learning, and now I think Hunter Deal has been busted open at.
Well, I'm gonna get my suit, because I'm becoming general manager tomorrow.
Yeah, but Hunter Deal, it seems like being busted open has ignited another fuse in Hunter, because he flattened Dark Axe with a Lou-Fast press and now a knee drop. And now they need to get back in the ring before this turns into a double countout, which would be really, really insignificant. But Dark Axe throwing him back in. But can Hunter Deal keep his momentum going while he receives some strikes and uppercuts by Dark Axe? Now Hunter reversing. And now there he goes. Belly to back, no, because Dark Axe countered and blocked his belly to back suplex. Very nicely done. And there he goes. Oh, this is going to be nasty, Ed. A big dick draping DDT be formed by Dark Axe, and it seems like Hunter's re-debut in the ring is becoming a failure for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Hunter Deal at 2, still in this matchup, Ed. And you can see the frustration building up on Dark Axe's face.
You really could, but he wants to go for something here. This is gonna be big. This is
That's true. He jumped, and now going for the cutter, the big drag to hell, countered by Hunter Deal. And can Hunter Deal now make something while countering the biggest move that Dark Axe has? Is a really good opportunity to maybe take some of that momentum. Now finding off the submission with some back elbows to the midsection of Dark Axe. And a chop. Now in a headlock position. Uppercut by Hunter Deal. Now taking him onto his shoulders. What's Hunter Deal thinking here? And a big single leg gutbuster. And now working the arm of Dark Axe. And Hunter is signaling in on his second wind here at.
Yeah, he really is. He's really showing that the blood just maybe brought out the competitor inside him, the one that is still there. I mean, he is retired. He still is retired. He just came back for one match.
That's true. And now Hunter Deal measuring Dark Axe, waiting for him to stand up, and a big spear by Hunter Deal, and you can see him scream because of the power he put behind that. Now going for the cover. Will this be it? 1, 2, and 3, and Hunter Deal just like that put away Dark Axe. James, what do you think about this, Ed?
Well, we can say one thing, Hunter Deal hasn't lost his step at all. There is no ring rust. He had a great match with Dark Axe, because I don't think Dark Axe, like, he showed what he can do. He really showed it, and I hope Hunter Deal sees that. And maybe even wants to.
I hope so too. I hope the bad blood can be counted, but you can expect Hunter Deal to still be your general manager. He will be able to walk out of this. He probably will need a couple of stitches from the damage that's been done to his forehead, but I hope that Dark Axe has learned something from picking on such a great name in this sport.
Yeah, I really hope he learned something, and he's been in the ring with a legend now, and he didn't win. He didn't win, but he showed what he can do.
That's true, and here we see the counter to the Dragon of Hell, blocked by the general manager, and this is where it all went south for Dark Axe. And here we see again the spear performed by Hunter, which sealed his fate.
And your winner.
And right now, Ed, we are signing off. We were Sunny Sapphire and Ed. We have enjoyed performing this for Worldwide Warfare, and we will see you at Midsummer Mayhem.